Perhaps you've wondered, what truly makes a woman attracted to and want to commit to a man? Is it looks, money, or sweet words? If you think so, you're missing the deepest secret to attraction. A secret that Stoic philosophy has held for thousands of years. In the volatile world of modern emotions and relationships, steadfastness, calm, and self-mastery aren't just admirable qualities, they are the most powerful magnets. In this video, Alaric from Stoic Way will explore why cultivating a Stoic mindset is the most effective path to building genuine attraction and forging deep, lasting connections. Let's dive in. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, judgments, and actions. True attraction isn't something you put on from the outside, it's your state of being. Women possess a keen intuition for sensing a man's self-possession and inner peace. Consider this. In a world saturated with anxiety, overreactions, and external validation seeking, a man who isn't swayed by fleeting emotions and who doesn't need to prove himself through possessions or praise emanates an energy that is incredibly rare and magnetic. This lesson isn't about being cold or emotionless. On the contrary, it's about understanding and managing your inner world so your calm and confidence are authentic, not a facade. When you master your reactions to challenges or emotional turbulence, both yours and others, you become a solid anchor. That steadfastness, that quiet confidence, is what creates the deep, unforgettable feeling the original script mentioned. But its source lies in training the mind the Stoic way. It's the attraction of the inner citadel that Alaric often speaks of. The original script talks about how excessive chasing diminishes attraction. From a Stoic perspective, this is a direct consequence of placing your eudaimonia, that is, you're flourishing, you're living well in someone else's hands. Specifically, in the approval or response of the woman you're interested in. When you chase or anxiously await a text, you're signaling to the world that your self-worth depends on someone else's actions. This doesn't just remove mystery or tension, as the original mentioned, but more importantly, it reveals a lack of inner eudaimonia. You are not complete within yourself. Epictetus taught that we should not cling to things that are not our own. The attention and the affection of others are externals, outside of our control. A Stoic man understands that his worth comes from virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. When you live by your principles, doing what you believe is right according to reason, you don't need external validation to feel complete. This mental independence, this non-reliance on others' reactions to define your worth, is what creates that quiet, powerful attraction. You don't chase because you are already full within your inner citadel. You don't wait in anxiety because your eudaimonia isn't in someone else's inbox. The original script states that women want steadfast men, not gentlemanly weaklings. Stoic philosophy provides a solid foundation for this steadfastness. It doesn't teach you to be rigid or cold, but to distinguish between what is within your control and what is not within your control. When faced with tests from women or intense emotions within a relationship, the non-Stoic man will react impulsively, either getting angry or sad, or trying to please at all costs. He allows externals to dictate his internal world. The Stoic man pauses. He recognizes that the other person's behavior or emotions are externals. His reaction, however, is internal, something he can control. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. A Stoic man views emotional challenges not as a personal attack, but as an opportunity to practice the virtues of temperance and courage. This is the true strength women seek, a partner who can maintain composure and reason, even when the world around him is in turmoil. It's not callous rigidity, but calm composure based on a solid foundation of reason. The original script discusses how love is a game of perception, not reality, and how women fall for the story they create about you. There's a valid point there from a psychological perspective, but Stoicism adds a deeper layer. Instead of just trying to control external perception, instead of trying to control or manipulate others' perception through superficial techniques, Stoicism teaches us how to shape that perception naturally and sustainably by living a virtuous life. When you consistently demonstrate wisdom, justice, courage, temperance, that is the most powerful story. You don't need to manufacture artificial mystery. Mystery comes from being unpredictable in a positive sense. Unpredictable because you don't react based on common emotions, but on reason and higher principles. You don't need to create emotional roller coasters with tricks. Natural emotional ups and downs will occur in any relationship, but what makes you stand out is how you meet them with stoic calm. Women might initially be attracted to the story they paint, but what keeps them long-term is when the reality, your virtuous character, not only meets but exceeds that story. You shape their perception not with words or appearances, but with the very person you are striving to become daily according to Stoic ideals. After all, we've explored inner attraction, the validation trap, the power of steadfastness. There is one final truth about love that Stoicism illuminates. The deepest holding factor isn't just affection, but a sense of safety. Not just physical safety, but profound emotional safety. The certainty that when she's with you, she has an unshakable anchor. Women, as the original script touched upon, may have volatile emotional worlds. This isn't a fault or manipulation. It's natural human complexity. In a world where emotions are constantly shifting like the tide, what they crave most is a rock, someone who isn't swept away by that emotional current. The Stoic man achieves this not by suppressing or faking emotions, but by constantly practicing Stoic principles. One of these is amor fata-loving fate, accepting reality as it is, including the ups and downs, the surprises within relationships. He also practices premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils. This isn't pessimism, but mental preparation, so that when emotional storms or difficulties arise in the relationship, he isn't caught off guard or overreactive, but can face them with reasoned calm and trained composure. The result is he can be present, listen with compassion, a more modern Stoic virtue, but not let others' emotions sweep him away from his rational foundation and principles. This calm presence creates a safe space for both individuals. This is the kind of safety that makes a woman not just love, not just desire, but never want to leave, because she knows that by being with you, she can face the world and herself with greater stability. In summary, lasting attraction and the ability to build deep connections with women don't come from being perfect, using tricks, or seeking external validation. They come from being a man who is steadfast from within a man who practices Stoic principles, self-mastery, focusing on virtue, accepting what is beyond control, and finding safety in his constancy. It's the attraction of the inner citadel that we've built together throughout this video. When you stop chasing external validation and start building your inner fortress, you will naturally radiate the most powerful attraction, the attraction of self-possession, of inner peace, and of a solid foundation in a chaotic world. This is the Stoic path to genuine attraction. If you found these lessons valuable, please hit like on this video to help spread the message. Subscribe to the Stoic Way with Alaric channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss other insightful videos on applying ancient philosophy to modern life. Share this video with anyone you think might need it. And always remember Alaric's reminder: stay sharp, stay stoic, and cultivate your inner citadel. See you in the next video.